In this video, we are going to explore use cases for automating notifications, alerts, and approval requests for Bonterra Impact Management using Slack. The use cases we are going to cover today can also be deployed for Microsoft Teams. Sidekick Solutions is a Zapier certified expert. We work exclusively with nonprofit and public sector organizations specializing in integrations and system automation for case management and donor management CRM software. Our team of integration experts support Zapier-enabled integrations and custom-developed integrations using the Bonterra Impact Management API, the Bonterra Impact Management Connect API, and the Bonterra Impact Management Automated Import SFTP tools. We've released a number of products, including the Connect Auto Provision application, Zapier Connector, and Private API. This slide includes a list of our automation deployments to date across a variety of iPaaS platforms, applications, and solutions. We believe integration and automation are essential to user experience and the promise of efficient work through technology. The goal of case management software is to do less paperwork and serve more people. From our view, automation is the critical ingredient to realizing that full vision. This is why our team at Sidekick Solutions develops integration products and services for Bonterra Case Management software. The challenge most users face in Bonterra Impact Management is that the product does a great job of building an electronic record, but it is click-heavy. Because service delivery is a dynamic experience, the only way to reduce time is to reduce clicks and to do so smartly. This means we focus on automation and workflow rules that run conditionally, integrations that reflect Bonterra Impact Management's strengths as a customizable platform, remove double entry, and expand capability and capacity without requiring more human capital. Bonterra Impact Management is a constituent relationship management platform with a primary function of case management. It is geared towards serving individuals, engaging them, and interacting with them. But it may not be the only system you use. As a result, we think of it as a hub. Bonterra Impact Management is a strong end-user business application and serves well as the central hub of a tech stack. We find that users enjoy the look and feel, and it does a great job of building a case file per participant. Because it is a hub product, we have the opportunity to extend it with spokes. And we think about that process in 6 steps. You can use this to plan for extension of your technology stack with Bonterra Impact Management. When exploring new technology to extend Bonterra Impact Management, we encourage you to focus on your mission, strategic plan, and organizational goals, allowing real use cases to drive the adoption of new tools and apps. When we think about integrations, it's helpful to think of it as stacking bricks. Once you have one automation in place, you level up to the next layer and so on. This is how you can, over time, build a complete technology stack or ecosystem around your Bonterra Impact Management system. The journey to full system automation is never over. As more use cases require automation or other apps are added to your organization's tech stack, you will need to continue improving and expanding the solutions integrated with Bonterra Impact Management. Now let's transition to use cases for sending notifications, alerts, and approval requests for Bonterra Impact Management. For these use cases, we will be using Slack as the messaging app. Similar automations can be deployed for Microsoft Teams and other team communication platforms. The first use case we are going to explore is notification when a new household intake web form is completed. For this use case, our automation will run when the household intake form is submitted via JotForm. You can view our previous video on web form automations with JotForm linked on this blog post for more detail on the sync of the web form submission to Apricot. Following submission of the household intake and sync to Apricot, the automation will send a channel message in Slack providing a link to the Tier 1 household profile in Apricot, as well as summarizing key details about the intake. Please note this information is de-identified. Users can then click the link to the Tier 1 household profile to view more information about the household and action next steps. We're going to jump over to our household intake form here. and we are going to complete the intake process. I'm going to indicate my household size and our monthly income. When I submit this form, if we look at our automation here, the submission of that intake web form is what is going to cause our automation to run and not only find or create our tier 1 household in Apricot, but also send a channel message in Slack so that our team gets notified. So let's go ahead and look over at Slack. And you can see right here, we have our notification for a new household intake form. We've got the household ID, and this is linked to our tier 1 household profile in Apricot. I've got my household size and my income, and I've also got the ability right here to go ahead and go straight to creating a program enrollment. So you can see I can click this link here to go ahead and pull over and navigate to my household profile. I can also click that other link to go ahead and navigate to my program enrollment, to create my program enrollment. The next use case is focused on alerts for abnormal assessment scores. We are going to use the Arizona Self-Sufficiency Matrix as our example. When the Tier 2 assessment record is created in the participants document folder in Apricot, the automation will run. It will only post a notification in our Slack channel if the total score is beneath the desired threshold. If the assessment does not have an abnormal score, no alert is posted in our Slack channel. For our demo today, we have not built the self-sufficiency matrix out in full, so we have placed an arbitrary threshold here. We'll also be sending these alerts to the same channel in Slack as we sent our household intake notification. We recommend setting up separate channels in your team messaging app for different categories of notifications, alerts, and approval requests to support monitoring by your team. So we're going to hop over to Apricot now, and we've got our Tier 2 self-sufficiency matrix. I'm going to go ahead and fill out this form. As we mentioned, we have not filled out this matrix in full. So we're going to go ahead and just score the 3 domains that we've got created on our form, and we are going to save our record. Now, if we go back to our workflow illustration, when our Tier 2 assessment is created in Apricot, that is what is going to cause our automation to run. Now, again, there is a filter on our automation so that only if the score is abnormal is it going to post a message in our Slack channel. So if we hop over to our Slack channel, we can now see our alert assessment or our alert for the assessment. Again, it's got the record ID of that self-sufficiency matrix Tier 2. So we can go ahead and click that to open the assessment. And it's also going to give us that score right here in the channel as well. So we can see what that abnormal rating was that resulted in the alert. The last use case we have today is focused on approval by a supervisor. We have a Tier 2 external referral form configured in our site that may require approval by a supervisor. When the referral is created, if the form indicates that it should be sent to a supervisor, an approval request will be sent to our Slack channel with the details of the referral and a link for the supervisor to open the record and approve. As we mentioned earlier, this approval is also going to be going to the same Slack channel, but we recommend splitting these notifications, alerts, and approval requests into separate channels to improve the monitoring experience for your team. We hop over to Apricot. We've got our Tier 2 external referral form here. And go ahead and enter today's date and our referral type. I'm going to link my referring agency. And we can see down here, I have this option for send to supervisor. And so I'm going to mark that as yes, so that our automation will go ahead and post that to our Slack channel. Save our record here. Now, as a reminder, if we hop over to our illustration, the creation of that tier 2 form for the external referral is what is going to trigger our automation. And only if send to supervisor was marked as yes, will it post a message in our Slack channel. So we can see here, if I pop over to my Slack channel, we now can see our supervisor approval request. We've got a link to our external referral. We've listed the referral type and the referral agency name. And again, we can click that link to go ahead and open that tier 2 record and view that external referral to then be able to provide that approval. The use cases we have covered today are the tip of the iceberg for automating notifications, alerts, and approval requests for Bonterra Impact Management. If you're interested in exploring deployment of this solution for your organization, contact us at sales@sidekicksolutionsllc.com to get started.